Padre Pio Bon Francesco Forgione, an Italian priest, lived between 1887 and 1968. He was a capucine friar and holds the status of a saint in the Catholic Church. Born to Giuseppe and Gracious Forgione in the small town of Pietrelcina, Italy, on May 25, 1887, he hailed from a humble family of farmers. His fascination with religious life led him to join the Capuchin order at the tender age of 15. In 1910, he received ordination as a priest and was subsequently assigned to the town of San Giovani Rotondo in 1918. It was during his time in San Giovani Rotondo that Padre Pio began to experience a remarkable phenomenon known as the Stigmata, which remains an enigmatic event even today. Let me introduce my colleague and good friend, Sandy. For those who have an ear, let them hear. May your spirits absorb all truth within this reading. The stigmata manifested on Padre Pio's body in the form of the 5 wounds of Christ, inflicted during the crucifixion wounds on his hands, feet, and side. These wounds were accompanied by intense and unexplained pain. The stigmata, a rare occurrence, has been reported in the lives of other saints and mystics throughout history. Despite rigorous scientific scrutiny, no scientific explanation has been found for this phenomenon. The stigmata is often regarded as a sign of exceptional holiness and spirituality. What sets Padre Pio's stigmata apart is the periodic bleeding from these wounds, which, remarkably, never became infected. Moreover, the wounds emitted a fragrance reminiscent of roses. They would spontaneously heal only to reappear after a few days or weeks. It's important to note that these wounds were not visible to everyone, but their authenticity was verified by the Church. This manifestation of the stigmata drew great devotion from people worldwide, attracting pilgrims from various corners of the globe. St. Padre Pio is renowned for his numerous prophecies made during his lifetime. While some of these prophetic messages have been meticulously documented, others have been passed down orally through generations. Yet, none could have foreseen the chilling prophecy that has captured the world's attention, the prophecy of the 3 days of darkness. What could this prophecy entail, and why does it strike fear into the hearts of those who hear it? Join us as we explore this chilling revelation made by St. Padre Pio, a revelation that has sent shockwaves throughout the world. But before we delve deeper into this ominous topic, let's first gain a better understanding of who Padre Pio was and the context surrounding his prophecies. What truly set him apart was his solemn warning, a warning that reverberates with urgency even today. The foreboding prophecy of the 3 days of darkness that looms ominously on the horizon. The gravity of these revelations cannot be overstated. Should we be prepared for the darkest times of our lives? Stay tuned, for the answers that follow may leave you astonished. In a poignant and personal letter addressed to the Vatican-appointed Commission of Heralds, Padre Pio offered unswerving testimony to the authenticity and profound reality of the revelations he had received from our Lord. Within this epistle, he candidly shared insights into his own spiritual journey, recounting the remarkable graces bestowed upon him by God, notably the extraordinary gift of the stigmata. In his own words, Padre Pio wrote, my son, I have been longing for this hour in which I shall reveal to you the great love of my heart. Pray and make reparation to me. Admonish others to do the same, because the time is near at hand in which I shall visit my unfaithful people. They have not heeded the time of my grace. Persevere in prayer so that your adversary shall have no dominion over you. Tell my people to be prepared at all times, for my judgment shall come upon them suddenly, and when least expected, not one shall escape my hands. I shall find them all. These words carry immense weight and a sense of impending gravity. The prophetic message serves as a stark reminder of the need for spiritual vigilance and preparedness, for the day of judgment may come upon us when we least anticipate it. It is a call to all to heed the call of grace, to be vigilant in prayer, and to seek protection from the adversary. The echoes of Padre Pio's message are profound, and they compel us to consider the state of our souls and the urgency of spiritual preparedness in the face of impending trials. I shall protect you. Simply observe the sun, the moon, and the stars of the heavens when they seem unusually disturbed and restless. Know that the day of reckoning is drawing near. Maintain unity through prayer and vigilance until the angel of destruction has passed your thresholds. Pray fervently that these days may be shortened, make amends, and practice acts of penance. Profound stakes are at play, for men are carelessly descending towards the abyss of hell, reveling in jubilation as if they were attending a masquerade ball or the devil's own wedding feast. I implore your assistance in the salvation of souls, for the measure of sin has reached its fullness, and the day of reckoning with its fearsome events is imminent, closer than you can fathom. The world is ensnared in a deceptive sense of security, oblivious to the impending divine judgment that will strike like a thunderbolt. These godless and wicked individuals shall face destruction without mercy, akin to the fate of the inhabitants of Sodom and Gomorrah of old. I must emphasize that their wickedness was not as great as that of the present human race. Ensure your windows are securely covered and refrain from peering outside. Illuminate a blessed candle, which will provide light for many days. Engage in prayer, recite the rosary, immerse yourself in spiritual literature, and participate in acts of spiritual communion, including expressions of love, which are particularly pleasing to us. Pray with arms extended or prostrate on the ground, allowing the salvation of many souls. Avoid venturing outside your home. Instead, stock up on ample provisions. The forces of nature shall be stirred, and a rain of fire will evoke profound fear. Maintain courage, for I am among you. Extend your care to animals during these trying days, for I am the creator and protector of both animals and mankind. I shall provide you with forewarnings, during which you should place extra sustenance before your animals. I shall safeguard the belongings of the chosen, which includes the welfare of animals, as they too will require nourishment in the aftermath. Let no one venture beyond their yard, even for the sake of feeding animals, for those who step outside shall face perils. Ensure meticulous covering of your windows, shielding my chosen ones from witnessing my wrath. Place your trust in me, and I shall be your guardian and source of protection. From the clouds, hurricanes of fire will pour forth and blanket the entire earth. Storms, adverse weather, thunderbolts, and earthquakes will shroud the planet for a duration of 2 days. An uninterrupted reign of fire shall prevail. It shall commence on a bitterly cold night. All of this serves to affirm that God is the master of creation. Those who place their hope in me and believe in my words need not fear, for I shall not abandon them. This assurance extends to those who disseminate my message. No harm shall befall those who remain in a state of grace and seek the protection of my mother. To prepare you for these impending visitations, I shall impart the following signs and instructions. The night will turn exceedingly cold, accompanied by roaring winds. After a time, thunderbolts will resound. Securely lock all doors and windows, avoiding interactions with anyone outside your dwelling. Kneel before a crucifix, seek forgiveness for your transgressions, and implore the protection of my mother. Refrain from gazing during the earthquakes, for God's anger is sacred and not meant for our eyes. Jesus does not wish us to witness his wrath, for the anger of God is holy. Remain in diligent prayer, for these are the days when divine judgment shall manifest. The anger of God must be regarded with profound fear and trepidation. Those who disregard this counsel will face instantaneous demise. The wind will carry poisonous gases, diffusing them across the entire earth. Those who suffer and perish innocently shall be counted as martyrs, and they shall be united with me in my kingdom. Satan may briefly triumph, but in 3 nights the earthquakes and fire shall subside. On the following day, the sun will shine anew, and angels will descend from heaven, ushering in a spirit of peace upon the earth. Those who survive this harrowing ordeal shall be filled with immeasurable gratitude. The impending punishment that God will visit upon the earth unlike any since creation shall become a reality. It is disconcerting how nonchalant humanity remains regarding these imminent events, indifferent in preparing for these unparalleled trials that loom so closely on the horizon. The divine scales have tipped, and the wrath of my Father shall be unleashed upon the entire world. I reiterate this warning to the world through your instrumentality, as I have done repeatedly before. On that fateful day, as complete darkness envelops everything, no one shall venture outside their homes or peer from their windows. The darkness shall endure for 3 days, but on the 3rd night, the stars will once again illuminate the sky, and the following morning will herald the return of the sun, ushering in a season of renewal akin to springtime. During these days of darkness, my chosen ones shall not slumber as the disciples did in the garden. They shall pray unceasingly and find no disappointment in me. I shall gather my elect, and though hell may believe it has seized dominion over the entire earth, I shall reclaim it repeatedly. I have issued warnings to humanity, providing special opportunities to return to the right path. The culmination of wickedness has arrived, and the impending punishment can no longer be postponed. It is imperative that all are made aware that the time has come for these prophecies to be fulfilled. These warnings were conveyed to Padre Pio by none other than our Lord Jesus Christ. It's essential to recognize that Padre Pio was not the sole recipient of this revelation. The prophecy is said to have originated with the Blessed Virgin Mary, who appeared to numerous saints and mystics over the centuries, including Anne Catherine Emmerich, Blessed Anna Maria Taigi, Blessed John Bosco, and Saint Faustina Kowalska. My dear friends, the Great Tribulation is articulated in no better terms than this. So, what is our course of action now? As Padre Pio advised, we must place our trust in our Lord Jesus Christ and return to the right path before it is too late.